The alien medical bay was a symphony of beeping apparatuses and hissing vents, its walls pulsating with a soft luminescence that seemed to breathe in tandem with the ship. The air was thick with the scent of antiseptic and the faint metallic tang of fear. Dr. Marcus Hayes, the lone human on the intergalactic cruiser Zylaris, found himself at the center of a peculiar crisis. He adjusted his lab coat, a comforting relic of Earth amidst the unfamiliar surroundings, and focused on the patient before him. The patient, a Glarbaxian diplomat named Xylaris, lay sprawled across the examination table, his skin a mottled shade of cerulean. His 6 eyes blinked intermittently, each one clouded with a mix of pain and resignation. A faint tremor ran through his elongated limbs as he gasped, "It's over." Dr. Hayes, unfazed by the alien's dramatic declaration, glanced at the medical scanner hovering above Xylaris. The readings were chaotic, lines spiking and plummeting in a dance that suggested something was amiss. But Marcus had seen worse. Much worse. "Not on my watch," Marcus declared with a confidence that belied the uncertainty simmering beneath. He had a reputation for tackling the impossible with a casual flair that often left his alien colleagues both baffled and impressed. This was just another day at the intergalactic office. Xylaris species had a peculiar biology that was as much a puzzle as it was an opportunity for Marcus to stretch his medical ingenuity. The Glarbaxians, known for their resilience and diplomacy, were less robust when it came to physical ailments. A simple Earth flu could incapacitate them for weeks. Xylaris, unfortunately, had contracted something far more sinister during his diplomatic mission on a nearby asteroid. Marcus rummaged through his medical kit, pulling out a syringe filled with a concoction of Earth-derived antibiotics and a few alien substances he had learned to mix through trial and error. The blend was unorthodox, but Marcus had a knack for these things. He approached Xylaris with the syringe, noting the diplomat's skeptical gaze. "Trust me," Marcus said, injecting the serum into one of Xylaris's many veins. "Humans are known for our stubbornness. We don't give up easily." Xylaris emitted a low, musical groan, the Glarbaxian equivalent of a sigh. "Your confidence is perplexing." Marcus chuckled, the sound echoing oddly in the sterile room. "You'd be surprised what a little stubbornness can achieve." He monitored the readings, watching as the erratic lines began to stabilize. It was working, albeit slowly. As he waited, Marcus's mind wandered to the peculiar circumstances that had brought him aboard the Zylaris. It wasn't every day that a human doctor was summoned to serve on an alien vessel, but Marcus had a reputation that transcended planetary boundaries. His unconventional methods and ability to adapt had saved more than a few extraterrestrial lives, earning him a place among the stars. The ship itself was a marvel of engineering, a testament to the Glarbaxian penchant for elegance and functionality. It glided through space with a grace that made Marcus's stomach lurch if he thought about it too long. But the crew had welcomed him, their curiosity about humans only slightly overshadowed by their need for his medical expertise. Xylaris's condition was improving, his breathing steadier, the tremor in his limbs subsiding. Marcus felt a familiar surge of satisfaction. It was moments like these that reminded him why he had accepted the position, leaving behind the familiar chaos of Earth's hospitals for the uncharted territories of space. "See," Marcus said, gesturing to the now stable readings, "told you it wasn't over." Xylaris's eyes, all 6 of them, widened slightly. "You humans are resourceful." Marcus grinned, pocketing the empty syringe. "We have our moments." As the ship hummed gently around them, Marcus felt a kinship with the alien diplomat. They were both far from home, navigating a universe that was as unpredictable as it was vast. But in that medical bay, amidst the beeps and hums, they had found common ground. It was a reminder that, no matter how alien the circumstances, there was always a way forward. In the days following Xylaris's dramatic recovery, the Zylaris continued its journey through the vast, glittering expanse of space. The ship's corridors buzzed with the usual activity, a blend of alien languages and the soft whir of machinery. Dr. Marcus Hayes found himself becoming something of a curiosity among the crew. His reputation as the human doctor who defied the odds had spread, and with it came a string of new patients, each with ailments as unique as their species. One afternoon, Marcus was summoned to the observation deck, a sprawling chamber with a panoramic view of the cosmos. The invitation had come from Captain Irith, the formidable Glarbaxian commander whose presence was as commanding as her reputation. Marcus had yet to meet her, but he had heard tales of her strategic brilliance and unyielding dedication to her crew. As he arrived, he was greeted by the sight of Captain Irith, her silhouette framed against the backdrop of swirling galaxies. Her skin shimmered with the iridescent hues characteristic of her kind, and her eyes, 8 in total, were focused on the stars. "Dr. Hayes," she said, her voice carrying the weight of authority tempered with curiosity. "I've been meaning to thank you for your efforts with diplomat Zylaris." Marcus nodded, feeling slightly out of his depth in the presence of such a legendary figure. "Just doing my job, Captain. I'm glad I could help." She turned to face him fully, her gaze assessing yet not unkind. "Your methods are unconventional, but effective. I'm curious about your approach." Marcus shrugged, a gesture that seemed to amuse the captain. "Humans have a way of making things work, even when they shouldn't. I guess it's a survival trait." Captain Irith chuckled, a sound that resonated warmly in the chamber. "Indeed. I've read about your species' history. It's remarkable how you've thrived despite the odds." Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden jolt that reverberated through the ship, causing the lights to flicker momentarily. Marcus instinctively grabbed onto a nearby railing, his heart racing. The Zylaris had encountered turbulence before, but this felt different, more deliberate. "Captain, what's happening?" Marcus asked, his voice steady despite the unease creeping in. Captain Irith's expression shifted to one of focused determination. "We're under attack. Pirates, most likely. They've been a growing menace in this sector." The ship's alarms blared, and the crew sprang into action, their movements synchronized and efficient. Marcus felt a surge of adrenaline. He was a doctor, not a soldier, but the urgency of the situation was undeniable. "Is there anything I can do to help?" Marcus offered, his mind racing through the possibilities. Captain Irith nodded, her eyes narrowing with resolve. "Prepare the medical bay for potential casualties, and stay alert. We may need your resourcefulness yet." Marcus hurried back to the medical bay, his thoughts a whirlwind of anticipation and apprehension. The ship shuddered again, and he could hear the distant thrum of weapons fire. It was a stark reminder of the dangers that lurked in the vastness of space, where diplomacy often gave way to conflict. As he readied the medical equipment, Marcus couldn't help but reflect on the strange twist of fate that had brought him here. He had left Earth seeking new challenges, and the universe had certainly delivered. Yet, amidst the chaos, he felt a sense of purpose, a conviction that his skills were needed, even in the most unexpected of places. The first casualty arrived not long after, a young alien crew member with a deep gash across her arm. Marcus worked quickly, his hands steady as he applied a healing salve and bandaged the wound. The crew member, a member of a species Marcus had yet to identify, watched him with a mix of fear and gratitude. "Thank you," she murmured, her voice a soft trill. Marcus offered a reassuring smile. "You'll be fine. Just try to stay calm." The medical bay soon filled with injured crew members, each one a testament to the fierce battle raging outside. Marcus moved from patient to patient, his focus unwavering. He marveled at the diversity of life aboard the Zylaris, each species with its own unique physiology and challenges. It was a puzzle he relished, an opportunity to learn and adapt with each new encounter. Hours passed, the battle outside ebbing and flowing like a relentless tide. Marcus lost track of time, his world narrowing to the confines of the medical bay and the lives he was tasked with saving. Despite the tension and uncertainty, there was a rhythm to his work, a familiar cadence that brought a sense of calm amidst the storm. Finally, the ship's alarms ceased and the crew's movements slowed. The immediate danger had passed, though the threat of future encounters lingered like a shadow. Marcus took a moment to catch his breath, surveying the bay with a mixture of exhaustion and satisfaction. They had weathered the storm, and for now, the Zylaris and its crew were safe. Captain Irith appeared in the doorway, her expression one of weary relief. "Dr. Hayes, your assistance was invaluable. We owe you a debt of gratitude." Marcus waved off the praise, his mind already shifting to the next task. "Just doing my part, Captain. I'm glad I could help." She regarded him with a newfound respect, her eyes reflecting the weight of leadership. "You humans are full of surprises." Marcus chuckled, echoing her earlier amusement. "We try our best." As the ship resumed its journey, Marcus felt a sense of belonging take root. He was part of something larger than himself, a crew bound by shared experiences and mutual respect. It was a reminder that no matter how alien the circumstances, there was always a way forward. The Zylaris sailed smoothly through space once more, its crew returning to their routines with a renewed sense of camaraderie. The recent skirmish had left its mark, but it had also forged stronger bonds among the diverse beings aboard. Dr. Marcus Hayes found himself at the heart of this newfound unity, a human anomaly whose adaptability and humor had won over even the most skeptical of his alien colleagues. In the days following the attack, Marcus found himself busier than ever. The medical bay was a hub of activity, not just for treating injuries but also for the curious crew members eager to learn more about the human doctor who had become something of a legend. Marcus took it all in stride, sharing stories from Earth and listening intently as his patients recounted tales from their own worlds. One afternoon, as Marcus was reviewing medical logs, Zylaris reappeared, his cerulean skin now vibrant and his demeanor noticeably more cheerful. The diplomat had recovered well, and his gratitude toward Marcus was palpable. "Dr. Hayes," Zylaris began, his voice tinged with a warmth that Marcus had come to appreciate. "I wanted to express my thanks once more. You saved my life, and for that, I am indebted to you." Marcus waved a dismissive hand, though he couldn't hide his smile. "Just doing my job, Zylaris. Besides, you're not getting rid of me that easily." Zylaris chuckled, a sound that resonated like distant chimes. "Indeed. I've come to realize that humans have a knack for surprising us all." Their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of Captain Irith, her presence commanding attention even in the relaxed atmosphere of the medical bay. Marcus straightened instinctively, a habit he had yet to shake. "Dr. Hayes, diplomat Zylaris," she greeted, her gaze shifting between them. "I trust you're both well." Zylaris inclined his head respectfully. "Thanks to Dr. Hayes I am. I owe my recovery to his expertise." Captain Irith nodded, her expression thoughtful. "You've become quite the asset to our crew, Dr. Hayes. I've been considering how best to utilize your skills beyond the medical bay." Marcus raised an eyebrow, intrigued by the prospect. "I'm all ears, Captain." She gestured for them to follow, leading them to a small conference room adjacent to the bridge. The room was filled with holographic displays and charts, a testament to the strategic mind of the ship's captain. "We have a situation developing on the diplomatic front," Captain Irith began, her tone serious yet inviting collaboration. "There's a summit scheduled on the neutral planet of Xylaris Prime. Representatives from several species, including the Glarbaxians, will be attending. However, tensions are high and we've received intelligence suggesting potential sabotage." Marcus listened intently, his curiosity piqued. Diplomacy was not his field, but he understood its importance in maintaining the delicate balance of interstellar relations. Zylaris leaned forward, his interest evident. "Sabotage, do we know who's behind it?" Captain Irith shook her head. "Not yet. But we have reason to believe it's a faction opposed to the peace talks. They see this summit as an opportunity to sow discord." Marcus considered the implications, his mind already racing through possibilities. "And you think I can help? I'm a doctor, not a diplomat." Captain Irith smiled, a hint of mischief in her eyes. "Precisely. You have a unique perspective, Dr. Hayes. Your ability to adapt and think outside the box could prove invaluable. We need someone who can observe, understand, and act without being constrained by conventional protocols. Zylaris nodded in agreement. Your presence might also disarm any potential threats. No one would expect a human doctor to be involved in diplomatic matters. Marcus mulled over the proposal, the challenge both daunting and exhilarating. It was an opportunity to step beyond his usual role, to apply his skills in a new and unexpected context. The prospect of navigating the complexities of alien diplomacy was daunting, but it was also precisely the kind of challenge he had sought when he left Earth. "I'm in," Marcus said finally, a grin spreading across his face. "Let's see what a human doctor can do in the world of intergalactic diplomacy." Captain Irith nodded, her expression approving. "Excellent. We'll arrive at Xylaris Prime in 2 days. I suggest you familiarize yourself with the key players and their histories. Zylaris can assist you with that." Zylaris nodded, already eager to share his extensive knowledge. "I'll make sure you're well prepared, Dr. Hayes. Together, we'll ensure this summit proceeds smoothly." As Marcus left the conference room, he felt a surge of anticipation. The path ahead was uncertain, filled with potential pitfalls and opportunities for growth, but he was ready, buoyed by the support of his newfound allies and the confidence that had carried him through countless challenges before. The journey to Xylaris Prime promised to be an adventure unlike any other, a chance to prove that humanity's adaptability and resilience could transcend even the most alien of circumstances. And as the stars streaked past the ship's windows, Marcus couldn't help but feel that this was exactly where he was meant to be. The Zylaris approached Xylaris Prime with the grace of a seasoned dancer navigating a complex routine. The planet below was a swirl of vibrant colors, its atmosphere shimmering with an iridescent glow that hinted at the diverse cultures converging for the summit. Dr. Marcus Hayes stood at a viewport, taking in the breathtaking sight. It was hard to believe that beneath such beauty lay the potential for chaos and conflict. Marcus had spent the past 2 days immersed in briefings with Zylaris, absorbing the intricacies of interstellar politics and the delicate dynamics at play. The Glarbaxian diplomat had proven to be an invaluable guide, sharing insights with a patience Marcus deeply appreciated. They had formed an unlikely partnership, bonded by their shared goal of ensuring the summit's success. As the ship descended into the planet's atmosphere, Marcus felt a mix of anticipation and apprehension. This was uncharted territory for him, a chance to apply his problem-solving skills in a realm far removed from the medical bay. Yet he was determined to rise to the occasion, driven by a desire to prove that humanity's unique perspective could make a difference. The landing was smooth, and soon Marcus found himself stepping onto the surface of Xylaris Prime. The air was rich with unfamiliar scents, and the landscape around the landing site was a tapestry of exotic flora and architecture. Delegates from various species moved with purpose, their attire reflecting the vibrant diversity of their homeworlds. Marcus followed Zylaris through the bustling corridors of the summit venue, a sprawling complex designed to accommodate the needs of its eclectic visitors. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation, a palpable undercurrent of tension that underscored the importance of the gathering. Their first stop was a briefing with Captain Irith and other key members of the Glarbaxian delegation. The room buzzed with conversation, holographic displays projecting maps and data that highlighted potential security concerns. "Welcome to Xylaris Prime, Dr. Hayes," Captain Irith greeted as Marcus entered. Her commanding presence was as reassuring as ever. "I trust you're ready for the challenges ahead." Marcus nodded, scanning the room. "As ready as I'll ever be. What's the plan?" Captain Irith gestured to the displays. "We've identified several areas of concern, primarily involving delegates with opposing agendas. Our goal is to maintain a low profile while monitoring for any signs of sabotage. Your role will be to observe and provide insights from your unique perspective." Zylaris added, "We'll be attending various meetings and events. It's crucial that you remain vigilant, Dr. Hayes. Even the smallest detail could be significant." Marcus absorbed their instructions, his mind already working through potential scenarios. He had always thrived in situations that required quick thinking and adaptability, and this was no different. The stakes were high, but he was determined to contribute to the summit's success. The first event was a welcoming ceremony, a grand affair held in a vast atrium adorned with banners representing each attending species. Marcus stood alongside Xylaris, observing the interactions around him. Delegates exchanged greetings, their conversations a blend of languages and gestures that reflected the rich tapestry of cultures. As the ceremony progressed, Marcus noticed subtle tensions beneath the surface cordiality. Certain groups clustered together, their body language hinting at underlying mistrust. It was a reminder of the delicate balance they were striving to maintain, and Marcus made a mental note of the key players and their interactions. Xylaris leaned in, his voice low. Notice the delegation from Vextria? They've been particularly vocal in opposing the summit's agenda. Marcus followed Xylaris's gaze, observing the Vextrian delegates. Their demeanor was guarded, their expressions a mix of skepticism and defiance. It was clear they were a faction to watch closely. The ceremony concluded without incident, and Marcus spent the following hours attending various meetings and discussions. Each session provided new insights, and Marcus found himself drawing on his medical training to analyze the dynamics at play. He was adept at reading people, a skill honed through years of patient interactions, and it served him well in this diplomatic arena. As the day wore on, Marcus began to piece together a clearer picture of the underlying tensions. There were factions intent on derailing the summit, their motivations rooted in fear and misunderstanding. It was a stark reminder of the challenges faced by those striving for peace in a universe fraught with division. His observations did not go unnoticed. Xylaris and Captain Irith frequently sought his input, valuing his fresh perspective and ability to see beyond the immediate. Marcus found himself growing more confident in his role, buoyed by the trust placed in him by his alien colleagues. The summit continued, each day bringing new challenges and opportunities. Marcus navigated the intricacies of interstellar diplomacy with a blend of curiosity and determination, drawing on the lessons he had learned from his experiences aboard the Zylaris. It was during a particularly tense negotiation that Marcus's instincts truly came into play. He noticed a subtle shift in the room's atmosphere, a ripple of unease that set his senses on high alert. As he scanned the faces around him, he caught sight of a delegate surreptitiously adjusting a device concealed beneath their robe. Marcus's pulse quickened, his mind racing through possibilities. It was a moment that called for decisive action, and he knew he had to act quickly. With a calmness that belied the urgency of the situation, Marcus leaned over to Xylaris, whispering his observations. Xylaris nodded, his expression turning serious. He discreetly signaled Captain Irith, who immediately took charge, orchestrating a swift and coordinated response. Within moments, security personnel intervened, apprehending the suspect and neutralizing the threat. The room erupted in a mix of confusion and relief, delegates exchanging anxious glances as the situation unfolded. Marcus felt a surge of satisfaction, knowing that his instincts had played a crucial role in averting disaster. It was a testament to the power of observation and the importance of trusting one's intuition. Captain Irith approached Marcus, her expression one of gratitude and admiration. "Dr. Hayes, your quick thinking was instrumental in preventing a potential crisis. Your presence here has been invaluable." Marcus shrugged, a modest grin on his face. "Just doing my part, Captain. I'm glad I could help." Xylaris joined them, his demeanor reflecting a similar appreciation. "You've proven once again that humans are full of surprises, Dr. Hayes." "Thank you." As the summit continued, Marcus felt a renewed sense of purpose. He had stepped beyond his usual role, applying his skills in ways he had never imagined. It was a reminder of the power of adaptability and the impact one individual could have in the face of adversity. The path ahead was still fraught with challenges, but Marcus was ready to face them, armed with the knowledge that humanity's resilience and ingenuity could transcend even the most alien of circumstances. As the summit on Xylaris Prime drew towards its climax, the atmosphere shifted from tense anticipation to cautious optimism. The incident Marcus had helped avert served as a catalyst for the delegates, prompting renewed efforts towards understanding and cooperation. It was a testament to the power of vigilance and the unexpected role a human doctor could play in the complex arena of intergalactic diplomacy. The final day of the summit was marked by a grand assembly where key agreements were to be formally ratified. Dr. Marcus Hayes found himself seated alongside Xylaris and Captain Irith, their presence a reassuring reminder of the alliances forged during this extraordinary journey. The assembly hall was a spectacle of grandeur, its vaulted ceiling adorned with holographic constellations that shimmered in sync with the proceedings. Delegates filled the tiered seating, their expressions a blend of anticipation and resolve. Marcus felt a thrill of pride at being part of such a pivotal moment, his contributions having helped steer the summit towards a hopeful outcome. As the session commenced, Marcus listened intently to the speeches delivered by various leaders. Their words resonated with a commitment to peace and collaboration, underscoring the importance of unity in a universe often divided by differences. It was a poignant reminder of the shared aspirations that transcended species and borders. Xylaris leaned over, his voice a soft murmur amidst the formalities. "Your insights have been invaluable, Dr. Hayes. I believe we've made significant progress here." Marcus nodded, his gaze sweeping the assembly. "It's been a remarkable experience. I'm glad I could contribute." Captain Irith, seated on Marcus's other side, added, "Your presence has reminded us all of the strength that comes from diversity. You've shown that even the most unexpected allies can make a difference." The proceedings continued, each agreement met with a ripple of applause that echoed through the hall. Marcus felt a sense of fulfillment, knowing that his efforts had played a part in shaping the outcome. It was a reminder of the potential for positive change, even in the face of daunting challenges. As the final agreements were ratified, a sense of celebration filled the air. Delegates exchanged smiles and gestures of goodwill, their collective relief palpable. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to the power of diplomacy and the importance of perseverance. With the formalities concluded, the delegates moved to a reception area, where the atmosphere was one of camaraderie and shared achievement. Marcus found himself surrounded by a multitude of beings, each eager to express their gratitude and curiosity about the human doctor who had become an integral part of their journey. Xylaris introduced Marcus to several key figures, their interactions marked by a warmth and respect that transcended cultural differences. Marcus marveled at the diversity of life represented at the summit, each species contributing to the rich tapestry of interstellar relations. As he mingled with the delegates, Marcus reflected on the journey that had brought him here. It had been a whirlwind of challenges and discoveries, each moment an opportunity to learn and grow. He had stepped beyond his comfort zone, applying his skills in ways he had never imagined. It was a reminder of the power of adaptability and the impact one individual could have in the face of adversity. Amidst the celebration, Marcus spotted Captain Irith engaged in conversation with a group of dignitaries. She caught his eye and beckoned him over, her expression one of genuine appreciation. "Dr. Hayes," she began, her tone formal yet warm. "I wanted to personally thank you for your contributions to the summit. Your presence has been a beacon of hope and a testament to the strength of collaboration." Marcus inclined his head, his humility genuine. "It's been an honor, Captain. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be part of something so important." Captain Irith smiled, her gaze reflecting a shared understanding. "You've shown us all that humanity's adaptability and resilience are assets to be cherished. You're welcome aboard the Zylaris anytime." As the reception continued, Marcus found himself reflecting on the lessons he had learned and the friendships he had forged. He had come seeking new challenges, and the universe had delivered in ways he could never have anticipated. It was a journey that had tested his limits and expanded his horizons, leaving him with a renewed sense of purpose and possibility. The summit on Xylaris Prime had been a turning point, a reminder of the power of unity and the importance of embracing diversity. It was a testament to the potential for positive change, even in the face of daunting challenges. And as Marcus prepared to return to the Zylaris, he felt a profound sense of gratitude for the experiences that had shaped him and the opportunities that lay ahead. The path forward was uncertain, but Marcus was ready to face it with the same determination and ingenuity that had carried him through countless challenges before. He had discovered a new realm of possibility, and he was eager to continue exploring the boundless opportunities that awaited among the stars.